In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful Yule Log or Buche de Noel, which is one of my favorite Christmas cakes. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button below this video and let's get into it. For the sponge cake, we will add 5 room temperature eggs. And to that we will add 135 grams of sugar, and we will whip them until we have a very thick and fluffy mixture. So that will take around 3 to 4 minutes. By the way, you can do this in a stand mixer, that will be much easier. And once the mixture is thickened just like this, then we will add the dry ingredients, which are 15 grams of all-purpose flour and 50 grams of cocoa powder. I have them both combined, and I'll just sift them into my egg batter. And we will add the dry ingredients in 3 batches and then fold gently between each time. Once the batter is all combined, we will prepare a baking pan. So I've just greased the pan and then placed a parchment paper, and I'm using 13 by 18 inch pan. And now we will pour the batter and spread it evenly. And tap it on the counter, and then we will bake this on 170 degrees Celsius for 8 minutes. Here I have a clean cloth. I've just dusted it with some cocoa powder, or you can dust it with some powdered sugar. And then once your cake is all baked and ready, just flip it over and then try to remove the parchment paper. Be very gentle. And by the way, this cake is very sticky cake, so just dust it again with cocoa powder or powdered sugar. And then now we will roll it. And we will set it aside to cool down completely. For the buttercream, I have 150 grams of powdered sugar mixed with 1.5 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 113 grams of unsalted butter, and it should be on room temperature. And then I'll add to that 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, and I've added a splash of wine as well. Now we will whip everything well together until we have a fluffy and creamy mixture. And make sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl. So you will whip it until the sugar is melted. Now I'll add 2 tablespoons of mascarpone. This will add a very nice taste to your buttercream, so don't skip it. and just mix them together, and we are done from our buttercream. Just set it aside or put it in the fridge if you are making it a day ahead. Now we will get our cooled cake and we will just open it. Then we will spread our buttercream. So just add as much as you want of the buttercream, but leave a little bit for the decoration, and I'll show you why. Now we will roll it back, and if it's getting cracked a little bit, just don't worry about it. Now we will cover it with a clinic film. And I'll just wrap it twice. And then we will place it in the fridge. For the chocolate ganache, we will add 240 grams of thickened cream or heavy cream. We will heat it in the microwave, and then we will add 228 grams of dark chocolate. Just leave them for a few seconds and then mix them together. And then we will place this in the fridge and let it cool down completely. And then you have a thick ganache. So I'm going to make some meringue mushrooms, which I'll be using to decorate my Buche de Noel. And to make the mushrooms, you will need 90 grams of egg whites, and that should be on room temperature. To that you will add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and then we will whip them together. Until we have a mixture that has a soft peak. Now we will add to that 180 grams of custard sugar, that's the finely sugar that you can have, and add it in small portions. And then just add a splash of vanilla extract, and we will whip it until we have a very stiff mixture. And to know that your meringue is ready, just rub it between your hands and you shouldn't feel the sugar in the mixture. My mixture has a very stiff peak, so that's ready to go into a piping bag fitted with a round tip. Now just place some of the meringue under your baking sheet And just place your piping bag vertically and pipe it, building up a small round heads. So just pressure, build it up and stop. So for the feet of the mushrooms, just press and build up the batter and then lift your hand, stop the pressure and pull up. And here I have some water. I'm just smoothing out the head of the mushrooms and removing all the tips that I have. Dust them with some cocoa powder. That will give us a more realistic outcome. And then we will bake them on 100 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. So that's kind of drying them out, not baking them, because you need them to keep their color. Now we will just get our cooled cake. And we will trim the sides just to get more sharp sides. Try to use a sharp knife. And then we will cut a piece. And then we will attach it on the side using the buttercream that we saved. So just spread a little bit of that and then just press them together. And then here is our chocolate ganache. As you can see, it's thickened enough. We will just go ahead and apply some of our ganache on the sides. And then what I've done here to cover the whole Yule, we will just temper our chocolate. So I've placed it in the microwave for 5 seconds just to get it more spreadable, but you don't want it to be very liquidy. And then you'll go ahead and spread the ganache all over the cake. Make sure to cover the sides. Using the tip of your knife, just drag it all over the cake and make as much lines as you like. And as you can see, this is very easy. You don't need to be professional to do this. And I promise you will get the perfect Yule Log ever. So now I'll dust the cake with some powdered sugar and then some cocoa powder. So you can either cover the sides with the extra buttercream that we had, or you can just leave them naked. It's all up to you. And then now we'll place it in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. And to make the mushrooms, you will just make a hole in the mushroom head and then place a little bit of the chocolate ganache. And then get the feet and tip it in the chocolate ganache as well. And then you will insert that into the head and just place it aside and let them dry. And here is our beautiful, good looking cake. You can decorate it the way that you like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.